This is Lacumba, mascot for the Southern University Jaguars, which must mean we're in Baton Rouge.
Jaguar Nation, stand up. Black College Live starts right now.
Yeah, this is a Gimme 5 show with Jay Walker and Tiffany. Yeah. You gon' have to give me 5 fingers on it right now. Wait until they see the strength and hear the win. It's Black College Live. I'ma need 5 on it.
You watching
if they
Black
put
College
overtime
Live
on it. Lights out. You know how I run, this ain't for fun. I been going done, they be still trying to clone it. From FAMU to Grambling, I'm on it. Stand on it, marching 100 how you want it. Before you see me blitz, might see a twist. They think it was a glitch, went from player to a owner. Now I just be doing what I wanna. Big body, I don't even need a sponsor. I be stacking comma at the comma. Kiss a guy with good karma. I get it different, I be working on my off day. Into that paper, I go underlay. I get it different, I be working on my off day. Into that paper, I gon' have to give me 5 fingers on it right now.
How you doing? You watching Black College Live with Jay and Tiffany.
The human jukebox.
Southern University. The Southern Jaguars saying they're coming for the neck of the FAMU Rattlers. Big game this weekend as we welcome you to Black College Live. Jay Walker, Tiffany Greene, we're in Baton Rouge, baby.
We are in Baton Rouge, and you're hearing one of the best HBCU bands in the land, the Southern University Human Jukebox. Make some noise for the jukebox.
Oh yeah.
Now, we know there's going to be a big game taking place here in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. So I got to take care of some internal business first. When we set up our set, we're going to switch these helmets around since one of us attended Florida A&M.
See now.
One of us did not. One of us did not.
Okay.
But I still expect you to do your job.
Absolutely.
And be professional here in Baton Rouge.
Absolutely. We will see 2 of the best defenses in the SWAC. In fact, 2 teams that are leading their division in FAMU and Southern. But before we jump into the show, we have to first acknowledge the tragedy that took place up in Morgan State, and the homecoming activities obviously canceled with a shooter on campus. 5 people injured in that, and our thoughts and prayers are with everyone during their homecoming week as festivities were canceled.
Absolutely. I think at the end of the day, we all agree. We're all HBCU. We're all HBCU. A homecoming is going to be ruined because of the tragedy on campus there. So our thoughts and prayers go out with another member of our HBCU community, Morgan State University.
All right, so we switched to this weekend. We mentioned all eyes on the capital city here in Louisiana because we have the top 2 teams in their divisions going head-to-head. And this could very well preview, Jay, what we may see in December for the SWAC championship. I know the Southern University Jaguars are excited to get back to that championship game, but let's look across some of the news across the HBCU landscape, and you have to think about that big win, overtime victory, 21-point deficit overcome by North Carolina Central to take down Campbell 49-48.
The champs are still playing like they're the champs. You know what they say, can I lose my title without me being whooped? And North Carolina Central is not only beating the rest of the HBCUs out there, but they're getting out there getting quality non-conference victories. This is a loaded team. They're locked and loaded, and they seem primed to repeat and make an appearance in the Cricket Celebration Bowl yet again.
All right, Davius Richard responsible for 5 total touchdowns. Latrell Mookie Collier leading the MEAC in rushing. We move over to the SWAC West. Obviously, we'll see the Jaguars take the field, but it's so unpredictable, it seems, this year, Jay, and we've talked about it all year long. Who's going to come out standing last?
I have no idea. I think you can take a dartboard and just take your pick at it. All teams that can win that West. Obviously, Southern University, they want to hear they can win it. They can do it. Alcorn's starting to show some signs signs of life. Prairie View A&M is always going to be right there. And I got to be careful when I say this, but the boys up in northern Louisiana, those Grambling G-men, they got a big victory last week to really stir up the pot here. So it's going to be a great ending in the SWAC Western part of the conference.
They are tied atop of the SWAC West with Southern. As we move to Division II, hey, we were in Normal, Alabama last weekend. Tuskegee came into town. They got stomped by the Bulldogs. However, they're still one of the perennial powers in Division II.
Yeah, and I think we have to give them a little bit of love for the job the Division II programs have been doing. And you take a look at the top 5 teams there. Benedict, number 1, they can play with anybody. Chinnisberry has them doing a good job there. Miles College out of Birmingham, their head coach Sam Shea really has them competing. Virginia State, we did a show from Virginia State. Henry Frazier has the Trojans going in the right direction. And Johnson C. Smith getting the job done there in Charlotte, and we talked about Tuskegee. You said they got blown out. I would agree with you there.
All right. So we have so much more to come on the show, and guess what? Southern University head coach Eric Dooley and quarterback Harold Blood will join us on the set. Plus, I saw some purple and gold footprints going around this Tony Clayton Championship last night. Come back to Black College Live. Been more exciting to be a fan of HBCU marching bands as ESPN's Band of the Year will debut this December. The championship will be the culmination of a season-long competition where bands' halftime performances will be ranked by a committee of marching band experts. 4 bands, the top 2 from Division I and Division II, will earn the right to compete for the national title in Atlanta on December 15th, the night before the Cricket Celebration Bowl. For more information, visit ESPNBandoftheYear.com. Time now for our Star Watch Player of the Week, and it goes to North Carolina Central quarterback Davius Richard. The green-eyed bandit was balling for the Eagles. He amassed 351 yards of total offense in Central's huge overtime victory against Campbell, responsible for 5 total touchdowns, 4 of them coming on the ground, tying a school record. He also broke the school record for career rushing touchdowns with 33.
Don't forget to subscribe to our Black College Live YouTube channel and follow on these social platforms.
Here are this week's Cricket Celebration Bowl HBCU Power Rankings. Coming in at number 5, it's the Bison of Howard University, led by quarterback Quentin Williams. At number 4, Norfolk State University continues to impress on a regular basis. Spartans are playing good football. At number 3, it's Jackson State University. Head coach T.C. Taylor has the Tigers in striking distance. And speaking of striking, at number 2, it's the Rattlers of Florida A&M University. They continue to strike, and strike again. And the number 1 team in HBCU football is still the Eagles of North Carolina Central University, led by quarterback Davius Richard and defensive back Khalil Baker. Not quite making it on the bubble, Benedict and Southern University.
Welcome back to Black College Live here at the Tony Clayton Championship Plaza on the campus of Southern University. Well, the Jaguars are coming off a win last week over Arkansas Pine Bluff, and kind enough to join us now, second-year head coach Eric Dooley, leading Jaguar Nation on the football field. Coach Dooley, first and foremost, thanks for joining us.
Absolutely. Thanks for having us.
All right, so big game this weekend, and you talked to us earlier in the week just about not having to get your guys up for this game against Florida A&M. But what are you going to tell your team before they take the field?
Well, you know, once we started the week, we already started that focus. So it's nothing to be said. We understand what's at stake. We understand the magnitude of this game. It's another football game. It's a big game because it's the next game.
When you look at both of these teams, there are a lot of similarities between you two, but how does Southern stand out? What's the key matchup that we should watch up for?
Well, I think it's the whole team. I think we finally come together as a team. We haven't played for 60 minutes yet, and I look forward to for this contest right here. I think our defense is playing lights out football. Our offense is starting to come right now, and our special teams been lights out as well. So now we get all 3 phases to play for 60 minutes. I like our chances.
You talked about that defense, very disruptive up front with Taj Brown and Kelby Givens. What's the personality like of that team in the locker room with those guys helping to lead up front?
Well, I try not to go in that locker room. That's their domain. I let them stay in there and take care of their business in there. But just coming out on the field, I understand the magnitude of what those guys are looking for, what Coach Miller prepared those guys to do, and that's to play fast and physical.
They are following the coach's mantra of good to great this season. Southern University is certainly looking to get there, but they're also going to rely on their signal caller, Harold Blood, to get it done. And nobody knows quarterbacking better than my partner, Jay Walker, who's standing by with Blood.
All right, Tiff, you know that. I know what's up with the quarterback position. If you're going to have a championship team, you need to have some good quarterback play. And joining me now is the starting quarterback, QB1, here at Baton Rouge Southern University, Harold Blood. Harold, thanks for joining us, for one. Now, quarterback to quarterback now. What you got to do to get this victory?
Limit the turnovers and play with intensity the whole game.
Who are some of the guys that got to step up for you?
Everybody. If everybody does their 111, we'll finish with a victory.
Now, I've heard y'all mention that 111. What does that 111 mean?
Everyone do their job.
So one-on-one, one guy, and everybody adds to 11. Now, you got some big boys back here. Where's Gary Quarles at? Where's Quarles? Quarles up in there. What's up, man? You made the transition, man. How you doing? All right, what's it going to take? You know what it's like to win a championship. You won one before. What's it going to take for y'all to get the W tomorrow?
Business. We're just going to handle business.
All right. They seem pretty confident, but I got news for y'all boys. I heard them Rattlers, they made it into town. So them Rattlers, I heard they made it into town. We'll see what's going on with that. Don't argue with me. Settle it on the field right here, Tiff. What do you think about that?
Hey, there's going to be so much more to come. We are standing in the Tony Clayton Championship Plaza. We will highlight him as our alumni spotlight. Plus, we've got so much more. A great athletic tradition here at Southern University. Jordan Williams, Miss Southern University, and the Royal Court here. That's near and dear to my heart. These are going to be the future alumni that graduate from Southern University and A&M College. However, we have to look back at some of the great people who have come through this institution. But D. Cross has more.
In this week's edition of our Alumni Spotlight Series is Louisiana District Attorney and Southern University alum Tony Clayton. Clayton is a 1988 graduate of Southern University A&M College, and in 1991 graduated cum laude from Southern University Law Center. He started his career as a prosecutor in East Baton Rouge Parish in 1992 and served as both a district court judge and a special prosecutor leading up to 2020 when he was elected as district attorney for the 18th Judicial District. In his years since graduating from Southern, Clayton has remained very active at the university, serving as both chairman and vice chairman of the Southern University Board of Supervisors, and even giving the school $1.1 million in 2017 to fund the construction of the Clayton Championship Plaza, which benefits athletics, the band, and the music department.
All righty. Thank you, Dee, for some of the people that have come across this institution. And now it's time for our alumni spotlight. And we've seen the job that he's done so many years before in the past. So joining me on the set right now, we've seen the feature on him is district attorney, Tony Clayton, one of the most loyal alumnus of HBCUs, particularly Southern University. And as a matter of fact, we're standing here at Tony Clayton Championship Plaza. Why the need to do that, sir?
HBCUs, Southern, FAMU, have served as aircraft carriers so that these young folks can launch any career that they want at any place in the world. So it's because of the HBCUs, Southern, FAMU, Howard, and reluctantly Tiffany, FAMU where you graduated from, but it's because of you guys and it's because of these young folks out here that Southern is doing what they're doing. So thank you for having us. Thanks for supporting this school, and go Jags.
Well, one of the things we want to know about, we know you got Jaguar spirit. And so often people graduate and they want to complain, but for you, you've given back in so many ways. Why was that important for you to give back, not only with your heart, but with your pocketbook?
Jay, Southern took me, a rock out of the backdoor cane fields of Louisiana, and polished me into a gem so I can shine throughout all the courtrooms across this country. So it's about Southern. And I mean, it's a nurturing institution, as of all your HBCUs. So every one of these kids you see around here, you will see that they will be the leaders, they will be the future presidents, and they will run the world. So it's about Southern, it's about HBCUs. And lastly, Southern, FAMU, Grambling, all the HBCUs, I didn't say FAMU, created the black middle class in this country. And we owe them a round of applause. Let's give it up for Southern and FAMU.
Give it up for Howard, too. We'll do that now.
I remember you beat us in 1994. You beat everybody in 1994.
We took care of our business. But before we let you go, there's going to be a football game that's going to be played. Who's going to win? Is it going to be Southern University or Florida A&M?
Southern by 7.
Southern by 7. He called it there. Give me the right to do that. And you're one of the great alums, but you've also had some fantastic athletes that have played football here at Southern University. One, first and foremost, Pro Football Hall of Famer Mel Blount. Played here at Southern University, cornerback. Also, 6'8" wide receiver Harold Carmichael is a Pro Football Hall of Famer from Southern University. And keeping it on the defensive side of the ball, the most recent inductee to the Pro Football Hall of Fame recent era is cornerback Aeneas Williams, played football here at Southern University. Those are just some of the Hall of Famers. We know about names like Ken Ellis, Isaiah Butch Robertson, so many go on and on. Southern University gets it done on the gridiron.
There's a proud history of Southern University athletics. I am Micah Mades, a junior agribusiness major. Many know of our gridiron greats, but the Jaguars' athletic prowess extends to all fields of play. We have some bad boys on the baseball diamond, and Southern University shines brightly thanks to the remarkable contributions of coach and legend Roger Kadar for his longevity and sustained success. How about the record-breaking performances of Ricky Weeks Jr. that later earned him the Golden Spikes Award? And you can't talk Southern baseball without mentioning the Major League Baseball Hall of Famer Lou Brock. Let's switch to the track, where Southern University has a rich Olympic tradition with standouts like Willie Davenport, Rodney Milburn, and Brian Johnson. Davenport secured 2 Olympic medals in the 110-meter hurdles, including gold in 1968. Rodney Milburn, renowned for his blazing speed in the 110-meter hurdles, claimed gold in 1972 Summer Games in Munich, while Johnson earned a bronze medal in the triple jump in the 96 Olympics. On the hardwood, Rolanda Monroe excelled in women's basketball, lifting the SU women's basketball program. Avery Johnson fueled Jaguar pride when he became a world champion, and Bobby Fields' remarkable journey from Southern University to the NBA cemented his beloved status in the Jag Nation. Their dedication and unwavering commitment have not only elevated our athletic department, but have also set the standard here on the Bluff.
All right, thanks so much, Micah. And we are standing with the men of Omega Psi Phi, the Beta Sigma chapter. I heard that Tony Clayton was a member of Omega Psi Phi, and the Qs are going to take us to a break here. Let me get out the way.
This is where the formula ends and the magic begins. We take the mold, shake the mold, and break the mold. From late nights in the gym to later nights in the library, we grind. Because if you think greatness is a game, think again. Here, nothing shines unless we all do.
Baton Rouge, I can never get enough of that sound.
One of the best bands in the land. We've said it. And matter of fact, as we saw earlier, they are currently leading our Band of the Year ranking. Southern University Human Jukebox is in first place. We'll see if they can go wire to wire.
All right, Jay, so we are in Louisiana. You got some roots here. So I'm going to ask you to preview this Gimme 5, and I'm going to get out the way because this is special to you.
Oh, absolutely. My daddy's from northern Louisiana, and Louisiana cuisine is special. So for this week's Jay's Gimme 5, I'm going to tell you, and let the crowd let me know, I'm going to tell you the 5 foods that make Louisiana special. They make Louisiana special. Coming in, and let me give you another side story. I always say that Southern University has the best tailgate by far. But it's different. It's different. Like normally when we go to a parking lot with 30, 40,000 people in there, there's smoke everywhere. You're smelling stuff everywhere. Not when you come to Southern. Because you know why? They stirring everything. They got that steam up in there. It's Louisiana cuisine. So coming in at number 5 is the Louisiana delicacy that you have to have, any type of etouffee. Any type of etouffee. They like that crawfish etouffee down here. They do it with everything. Number 4, one of my personal favorites, the po' boys. The po' boy, hot sausage po' boy, oyster po' boy, chicken po' boy, shrimp po' boy, and you got to have it dressed. You got to have it dressed on that French bread. Number 3, it's a staple. They make the best red beans and the rice in the country down here. No doubt about that. Coming in at number 2, that jambalaya. That jambalaya, they make it by like tablefuls. The jambalaya is off the chain. And the number 1 food, you don't say Louisiana without thinking about, y'all say it for me. Gumbo. The gumbo is delicious. Also on the bubble, not making the list, I like those pralines. All
right. Did he do a good job? I think you did because I got a lot of amens. I heard little mm-hms and agreements in the crowd.
I got some Louisiana in me.
But Louisiana has such great food that I'm just going to add to that my little 2 cents.
Tiff's 2 cents, what I miss?
So I'm a Florida girl, so I am drawn to the seafood. Okay, so seafood, you just name it. Crawfish, oysters, shrimp, you do it all together.
Okay.
It tastes good. All right, next, boudin. All right, so that was something new to me.
She love boudin.
That I ain't know nothing about.
She love boudin.
Baton Rouge, and ever since then, I can't get enough of it.
Yes.
All right, so Jay's Gimme 5, Tips 2 cents. The question is, Brandon Horn. We talked to the SGA president just a little bit ago. He's going to join us on set now. And Brandon, I've got to ask this question of you. Did we get it right?
Did we get it right?
Did we get it right? And more importantly, Brandon, I'm going to ask you, did we miss anything?
No, ma'am. I don't think you guys missed anything. I think it's very important for Louisiana culture us to have like the boudin, the red beans and rice, the gumbo. You guys hit it right on the nail.
All right, we did our thing. Woo!
All right,
I feel good. Appreciate you.
That's why the Gimme 5 is not as easy. I left them an opening. I left off something specific, thinking somebody was going to correct me, and none of y'all did. What'd I leave off? Ooh, dirty right? Nope. Across America, what else y'all known for?
I said the crawfish. I said the seafood.
Nope. Beignets. Beignets.
Okay. All right. There's so much more to come. Stick with us. We'll preview the game on the other side of the break. The Southern University cheerleaders, they have been so kind. They've been with us all throughout the show, and they're going to take us to break with another chant. Come back with us to Black College Live.
On the highest of 7 hills in Tallahassee, Florida, sits a university that produces legends, neurosurgeons, business executives, princesses, comedians, movie moguls, NFL players, broadcast executives, and conference champions. Florida Agricultural and Mechanical University. You can get anywhere from FAMU.
championship football, the exciting sounds of iconic marching bands, an HBCU family reunion, the Cricket Celebration Bowl, December 16th in the ATL, MEAC champion, SWAC champion, a rivalry matchup at one of the world's finest venues. The celebration starts early with the Coca-Cola fan experience and continues until an HBCU national champion is crowned. Mercedes-Benz Stadium is the place you'll want to be. For more information, visit thecelebrationbowl.com. A champion will rise.
Special thanks to Willie Scott of Southern University Athletics. Welcome back to Black College Live. Jay Walker, Tiffany Greene on the campus of Southern University. And I got to hear that chant one more time. We heard it, but I got to hear it again. It's the, what? Uh-huh. Yeah.
Okay. see, that is why we take the show on the road. Yes. See, we take the show on the road because I want to learn the intricacies. I want to be the expert on Southern University football.
All right.
By the time I leave Baton Rouge.
All right, so we're going to get your expertise in just a second, Jay, as we preview the upcoming game. You know there's a long-standing rivalry between Florida A&M and Southern University. The Rattlers have won the last 3 since the rivalry was renewed a few years back. But in talking to coaches this week, they acknowledged the similarities between the two. For you, I know what you're going to say, but we're going to hear from Coach Willie Simmons first about what he thinks the keys to this weekend's game is.
Well, I think the biggest key offensively is to establish the run, be able to protect the football, and defensively is to stop the run, obviously make them one-dimensional, and then eliminate big plays. You know, they pride themselves on big plays, getting into their tempo. So if we can eliminate those big plays, I think it greatly increases our chances of winning. And then special teams, we got to be consistent, got to be solid, and win the field position battle.
Well, we know Southern's defense leads the SWAC, only allowing 12.8 points per game, and right behind them, Florida A&M. So 2 great defenses, but interesting that we continue to talk about defense, Jay, when we have 2 very offensive-minded coaches.
Absolutely. I mean, when Eric Dooley got the job at Southern, make no doubt about it, they didn't hire him for his defense. They hired him for his offensive prowess. That offense has not quite showed up this year for Southern University, but they're getting better week after week, and they still control their own destiny. And when you talk about Florida A&M, it all starts and ends with their quarterback, Musa. If Musa stays upright, then Florida A&M could be very deadly. And surprisingly, for 2 teams that have a lot of finesse initiating them, they're 2 of the most physical teams in the conference. This game is going to be won in the trenches. Absolutely. And we can't call this game. I can't predict the winner, can I?
Nope. Neither can I. But what we gonna do?
We're gonna bring in our resident coach chef, who predicts our games all the time.
What's good?
And he's bringing in some Louisiana cuisine. We always do now. We know we're gonna get your prediction for the game, but what you got for us here today? Ooh.
Well, we got
my man Donald Dobbins, part of the Jaguar Nation.
Hello, everybody. Good evening, and welcome to the show. I'm Donald Dobbins, as he said. We're gonna have some gumbo, and if you're a Jaguar, you know who's going to win tomorrow. The Southern University Jaguars are going to win. I'm with Tony. We're going to win. I think we'll win by 14, though.
All right. I just came with
he's
food.
Always so busy trying to get to the food that we need to listen and hear in what Donald Dobbins has to say. However, we got some red beans and rice.
Red beans and rice.
That's mine.
Oh, I'm about to
Coach
get that
Chef,
too.
I'm going to ask you who is going to win tomorrow's game.
Well, Blood is going to have to play really good. That defense is going to have to step up and play really good. But, Tiffany, we might need some security around here. I think FAMU is going to pull it out. I really do. Hey,
all right.
FAMU is hot right now. They're really hot, and they're coming in with a hot head, and they have a great
Coach puts his undefeated record on the line. We will see how it all shakes out as the game kicks off at 6 local time from A.W. Mumford Stadium. Meanwhile, we're going to kick it with the human jukebox one more time as they send us out to Black College Live. We appreciate you. We out.
This is a Gimme 5 show with Jay Walker and Tiffany. Yeah. You gon' have to give me 5 fingers on it right now. Wait until they see the strength and hear the win. It's Black College Live, I'ma need 5 on it. If they put overtime on it, lights out. You know how I run, this ain't for fun. I been going done, they be still trying to clone it. From FAMU to Grambling, I'm on it. Stand on it, marching 100 how you want it. Before you see me blitz, might see a twist. They think it was a glitch, went from play.